I recently released a video showing how I make very intricate tiny stone points. These points are the ultimate example of very fine flint knapping skill. So in this video, I'm going to finish what I started and use these tiny stone points in real hunts. For this hunt, I'll be using my 42-pound sinew-back juniper bow and reed arrows. This setup is copied from authentic northern Paiute bows found in the archaeological excavations of the Great Basin caves of the western U.S. The reed arrows have hardwood foreshafts fitted into the front, and they're tipped with tiny obsidian points. Despite their small size, these tiny points are incredibly sharp. Unfortunately, deer hunting isn't very productive around me, and trying to shoot one could easily take several years. So, I decided to pursue a much more plentiful quarry, the common gray squirrel. Their robust population would afford me lots of shot opportunities. I began my hunts in the fall of 2025. I waited for the leaves to fall so the squirrels were easier to spot. The trade-off is that the squirrels are much more skittish during this time, since the trees are bare and the squirrels are much more exposed. Slowly stalking through the woods is the best way to sneak up on the foraging squirrels, but you must move very slowly. If they spot you, they're gone. It's time to put these tiny stone points to the test. Found the arrow down kind of towards the bottom of the hill when he ran off. Thought for sure maybe I would hopefully find him down here, but unfortunately no. Looked like I missed his vitals. Man, I hate when that happens. After taking countless shots, I recovered my arrows and found that the tiny stone points rarely survived if they hit anything hard. Even a small pebble hidden underground would be enough to obliterate a point. But on a few occasions, I was able to recover some of the tiny points that were still recognizable. Prehistoric points identical to these can still be found scattered across the Great Basin deserts. Here I have a case with well over 300 small arrowheads. I'll use these to retip those arrows and get them ready to hunt again. To remove the broken points, I first unwrap the sinew that held them on. Then remove any broken fragments and clear out any debris from inside the notch. I select a few points I think will work. Then I slide them into the notch to check their fit. Ooh, I just carelessly dragged my finger across the edge of that point and it cut me immediately. I heat up some pine sap glue until it gets soft, then push the glue into the notch. Then I heat the base of the arrowhead over the flame and push it into the pine sap glue. The glue will bond strongly to it once it cools. I then wrap the points on with a strand of chewed deer sinew. The sinew dries as it shrinks, making it an incredibly strong binding. After the sinew dries, these arrows are ready to go. It's time to return to the hunt and try to finally bag a squirrel. Yeah, it's getting pretty dark now, but I got him. It was a hell of a shot too, probably close to 30 yards. He was out there, but sent this arrow right to him. Unfortunately, it didn't hit him exactly where I wanted to. It was more like a gut shot, but it incapacitated him. I was able to get up on him, bop him in the head, and put him down. So, tiny little obsidian points, man. Doesn't have a nick off of it. Still usable. Those little things are deadly. Well, there's the arrow point I got that squirrel with. And it's not quite as small as some of the really micro points that I made, but it's pretty darn small. Maybe half an inch wide. Not a nick off of it either. It's perfectly intact after punching through that squirrel. Here's the center portion of that arrow where that squirrel was biting the hell out of this arrow, shredded it pretty good. So unfortunately this arrow is not usable after that, but it did make a kill. So, but yeah, I've had that happen before. When you shoot a squirrel like that, if you don't get them in the vitals and they can turn around and bite the arrow, they'll bite the hell out of it, and that's exactly what happened here. So it's the price you pay to make primitive arrows, but oh well. Tiny stone points were used in ancient times by numerous cultures around the world, and this video proves they are deadly in real hunting scenarios. They are also an efficient use of limited raw materials. And although I didn't get a deer in this video, you can rest assured the hunts will continue, so stay tuned.